Okay, for number one, we need to find the derivative of the function y equals 3x to the fourth minus 3 times cosine x. In order to do this, since we have a product, we have to use the product rule. So we're going to let u be 3x to the fourth minus 3. V is cosine of x. So the derivative of u is 12x to the third. Remember, you're multiplying the 4 and the 3 and then subtracting 1. The derivative of a 3, a constant, is 0. And the derivative of cosine is negative sine of x. So we're going to use the product rule. So remember dou, the derivative of u times v plus the derivative of v times u. So my derivative is going to be the derivative of u times v plus the derivative of v times u. So my derivative is going to be 12x to the third cosine of x minus 3x to the fourth minus 3 times sine of x. Number 2 says, what is the instantaneous rate of change at x equals 2 of the function f given by f of x? Remember, instantaneous rate of change is another way of saying find the derivative. So we're trying to find the derivative when x equals to 2. Since we have a quotient, we're going to have to use the quotient rule. So u is going to be x squared minus 2. V would be x minus 1. The derivative of u is 2x. The derivative of v is 1. And the quotient rule is the derivative of u times v minus the derivative of v times u all over v squared. So my derivative is going to be the derivative of u times v minus the derivative of v times u all over v squared. Instead of simplifying, since I'm trying to find the derivative at 2, I'm just going to go ahead and substitute 2 everywhere I see an x. Okay, so we're going to have 2 times 2 is 4. 2 minus 1 is 1. 2 squared is 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. And 1 squared is 1. So I'm going to have 4 minus 2. So my derivative, or the instantaneous rate of change at x equals 2 is 2. Okay, so for number 3, we're trying to find the derivative of y. Okay. For this one, we're going to have to use the chain rule. So remember the outside. So we need to find the derivative of the outside and then multiply it by the derivative of the inside. So the outside, okay, it would be 3 times everything inside, and then subtract 1. The inside would be the derivative of x squared plus 7, which is 2x. The derivative of 7 is 0. So we're going to multiply the 3 times the 2x. So that's 6x. So it would be 6x times x squared plus 7 squared. And that would be my derivative. Okay, number 4 says find the slope of the tangent line to the graph of f of x when x equals negative 1. Okay, so the slope of a tangent line is another way of saying find the derivative at x equals negative 1. So I'm going to have to find my derivative. Since I have a product, I'm going to have to use the product rule. So u is 3x squared. V is 2x plus 1 to the third. So the derivative of u would be 6x. Remember, subtract 1. the derivative of v, I'm going to have to use the chain rule. I'm going to have 3, 2x plus 1 squared times the derivative of the inside. And the derivative of 2x plus 1 is just 2. My derivative is 6, 2x plus 1 squared. So my derivative, again, to remember the product, we'll remember dov, the derivative of u times v plus the derivative of v times u. So my derivative is going to be 6x times 2x plus 1 to the third power plus 6, 2x plus 1 to the second power times 3x squared. Since we're trying to substitute or find it when x equals negative 1, instead of simplifying, I'm just going to go ahead and substitute. So I'm going to have 6 times negative 1 times 2 times negative 1 to the third power. 6 times 3 is 18. And then we have 2, negative 1 plus 1 squared. So we're going to have negative 6. Negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1. We're going to have 18. Negative 1 squared is just 1. So we're going to have negative 2 plus 1. Okay, so this is going to be negative 1. So negative 1 times 6 is positive 6. It's going to be positive 1. So positive 1 times 18 is just 18. And 6 plus 18 will give me 24. So the slope of the tangent line is 24. Okay, number 5 says find the derivative of y equals x squared sine of 7x. Since we have a product, once again, we're going to have to use the product rule. So u is going to be x squared, v is sine of 7x. Remember that this is a function, so it actually means sine of 7x. So the derivative of u is 2x. The derivative of v, we're going to have to use the inside-outside rule. The derivative of sine is cosine. And the derivative of the inside, we're trying to find the derivative of 7x, which is 7. So my derivative would be the derivative of u times v plus the derivative of v times u. So we're going to have 2x times sine of 7x plus 7 cosine of 7x times x squared. So my derivative is 2x sine of 7x plus, we're going to multiply the 7 times x squared cosine of 7x. Okay, for number 6, once again, we need to find the derivative. To find the derivative, we're going to have to use the product rule. So u is x, v is, I'm going to rewrite 2x minus 8 to the 1/2. So the derivative of u is 1. To find the derivative of v, I'm going to have to use the chain rule. So I'm going to have 1/2. Everything on the inside stays the same. When I subtract 1, I have negative 1/2 times the derivative of the inside. So derivative of 2x minus 8 is just 2. 1/2 times 2 is 1. So my derivative is 2x minus 8 to the negative 1/2. Okay, so my derivative is the derivative of u times v plus the derivative of v times u. Okay, so I can rewrite this as the square root of 2x minus 8 plus x over the square root of 2x minus 8. I can simplify this by finding common denominators. My common denominator is the square root of 2x minus 8. Okay, so I'm going to have square root of 2x minus 8 squared plus x. The reason for that is because I'm multiplying this fraction by the square root of 2x minus 8. So I have to also multiply the numerator by 2x minus 8, which is why I get this squared. Square root and a square cancels each other. Okay, so my derivative is going to be combined like terms. 3x minus 8 over the square root of 2x minus